This is going to be another case of the TBR getting out of hand, isn't it? I do it to myself. Hello my loves, and thank you for joining me. It's Kirsten, and today we are doing the August TBR. All the books I'm going to read in August. Honestly, I have, as usual, quite a few I already need to read. There is Jan's full moon readathon that's happening, and I'm really excited for it. I already have in mind 2 books I want to read for that. One of them I already mentioned in my Relax and Readathon announcement. That's also happening in August, so fingers crossed I can get that book onto the TBR. Then we have a few other things I need to be reading, like the Discord book club pick and a few other things. I still love doing my TBR game, and while it doesn't always work out that I can fit on the books that I need to be reading for the month, I do enjoy having quite a large TBR so I can just mood read out of it. However, June, well, that didn't happen. Just over a week left, and honestly by the end I probably would have read 1 book from the TBR game. But I enjoy it, it's good fun, so we're just going to get straight into it. Before I start explaining what the TBR game is though, I'm going to do the Patreon TBR jar pick. So for those of you that don't know, I do have a Patreon, and the top tier Patreons have access to my physical TBR, and they can put in as many books as they think I should be prioritising, put them in this jar, I pull it out, they get an exclusive video for this. Now I was really behind, I was like 3 months behind in this, however, hopefully, fingers crossed, in about a week's time after this video I would have caught up, all of it would have been done, a video would be up on Patreon of previous TBR jar picks. So I'm very excited about that. So that means that technically we're starting fresh for August, and I'm so happy with that. So let's get straight into this. There are a few books in here that I don't particularly want to read right now. There are a few that I'm looking forward to. We're gonna see, are we lucky? I don't know why I do it like this. You can't read this anyway. But we have, oh dear. Okay, Shadow of the Wind. This one was put in by Heidi. Let me grab it. Shadow of the Wind is a book that I picked up because loads of people recommend it. Like, most people say it's a fantastic book. However, it is also a book that I've been putting off for ages. Mainly because it's historical fiction and I really have to be in the mood. I do like some historical fiction, but it is a hit, like I'm never really in the mood to read it. This one I know loads of people absolutely love, so yeah, okay, this is the first book for the August TBR. We'll see how it goes. Hopefully I enjoy it. Hopefully I'm like, oh my god, I love this. I know it's about a book that's being destroyed. We have this person going around trying to save it or something. I actually don't know more than that, but I know loads of people do love this book. Hopefully I'm a part of that. Hopefully I end up loving this book, but you know what, it's a good one to actually read and, you know, to get off my TBR. So yeah, okay, book number 1, Shadow of the Wind by Carlos Ruiz Zafron, and we'll see if I like it. Not the start I was hoping for, but maybe the TBR game will be nice to me. So for those that don't know, my TBR game is very simple. We have a 6 coloured sided dice. This dice correlates to ghosts that sit on top of, wait, it's not focusing on the ghost. These are so cute, I love these ghosts, but we have the different colours of the dice correlating to the different coloured ghosts, and they sit on top of a prompt. Now I do a minimum of 5 rolls, so that's 5 prompts to fulfill. If the same colour comes up twice, I do an additional roll, that 2 times, because otherwise it gets a bit out of hand. So basically we have anywhere between 5 to 7 prompts to fulfill for the month, and hopefully those prompts are good. Hopefully they work with the books that I need to be reading for the month, but I'm not holding out hope. Rarely works like that. With all of this waffling, thank you so much for joining. Let me know if you're taking part in any readathons in the month of August. What are you planning to read? And let's get straight into roll number 1. First things first, we need to fill that gap. So shuffle these prompts up and we'll go here. And now we're ready for that first roll. Come on, be nice to me, game. Be nice. Pink. That's not too bad. We have a new to me author. I thought I would have more choice than what I've got for a new to me author. I have 6 books that I already need to read for the month, and I was like, okay, well there's going to be a couple of those that are new to me authors. No, there's 1. 5 of the books that I need to read for the month are all by authors I have read from before, which I think could go one of 2 ways. It's either going to be an immaculate reader month because they're all authors I know and love, or I could end up being really disappointed. So, you know, we'll see how that goes. But I do have 1 book that's a new to me author that I do need to read for the month, and that's Death of a Bookseller by Alice Slater. This is a book that I'm planning to read for my Relax and Readathon. It is also one that is working for Jan's full moon readathon for the prompt of Spider. So for Jan's full moon readathon, we have tarot cards, and we have 3 prompts that we're trying to fulfill. 2 of them are reading prompts, 1 of them is a lifestyle prompt. Now the 2 reading prompts I am combining into this book because I have to read a creepy book and a book that has 8 somewhere on cover. It could be 8 words on the page, it could be 8 letters in the title, it could, as I have done it, be 8 books in this stack, which worked perfectly. So I'm using this book for my own readathon as well as Jan's full moon readathon. So I need to read this one, so I'm glad it gets it on there. I'm looking forward to this one. I'm hoping this is just a really fun, silly book. We are following Roach, who is a bookseller, a loner, and a true crime obsessive, and she's not intending to make friends. She has all the company she needs in her serial killer books, murder podcast, and her pet snail Bleak. That is until Laura joins the bookshop. But Roach senses a darkness within Laura, the same darkness that Roach possesses, and as Roach's curiosity blooms into morbid obsession, it becomes clear that she is prepared to infiltrate Laura's life at any cost. I don't really know what to expect from this, but I'm looking forward to giving it a try. I've heard really mixed reviews. Some people really like it, some people really don't. I picked it up because of the cover, I'm not gonna lie. I really like this cover. I like the hot pink with the almost like a lime green writing and the snail and the blood underneath the books. Like I like this cover, so that is the reason why I picked it up. It was on a buy one get one half price table. We're gonna see if I like it, but this is the one that I'm going to be reading on the 16th of August, I think it is. So yeah, so you know what, we got one book. We have 5 more that I need to try and get onto the TBR. I'm not expecting to get all of them on the TBR, but at least a couple. The lighting is really quite dark today. It is the most overcast, cloudy day possible, so we are just hoping and praying that this ring light can do its thing. I also probably should position it a little bit better, but hey, this is the first book we're getting on that well, actually no, second book we're getting on TBR, but it is one that I needed to get on the TBR, so I'm very happy with that. Replacing that prompt, I think we're gonna go at the back this time. Let's go here. Roll number 2, orange. Okay. A mystery book. I don't think that works with anything I need to read. A mystery book. That doesn't actually work with any of the books I need to read for the month. So instead, I'm going to pick 2 and get you to choose. Now, I should honestly probably read one of the Agatha Christie ones to continue with that. However, there is a few others that I am considering. I'm going to pull out a few. So we have this one, The Cat Saw Murder by Dolores Hitchens. This is meant to be the starter of cozy murder mystery, so I'm very intrigued by this one. Talking about cozy murder mystery, there is another one that I want to read. There's actually another 2. Let me just move this out the way. We've got these 2. So we have The Tale of Hilltop Farm by Susan Wittig Albert, and then we also have In the Company of Witches by Aurelie Wallace. I'm honestly feeling one of these 3. So those are the 3 that I'm thinking of. I think I'll narrow it down to 2. And then I'll get you to choose which one I should read out of those 2. I'm feeling something cozy and fun. I just need to decide, do I want witches to be involved or not? I think I'll definitely get you to choose between this one and then it's going to be one of these 2. So let me come back to you. I cannot believe how drastically the lighting's changed. It is so dark out there. I think I'm actually going to have to put the overhead light on because this ring light is just not quite cutting it. But this light doesn't do too much. Let me show you. It just doesn't do that much. That has not made much of a difference. But we're just gonna have to roll with it. It is such an overcast day. I'm pretty sure it's just going to storm later and that's why it's got so dark. But we're gonna continue. Honestly, it feels like I'm filming like really late in the evening and I'm really not. It is 10:30, 11. This should not be, anyway. Moving on, this was a really hard decision, I'm not gonna lie, because I was really feeling the cozy witchy murder mystery. However, I also think that's gonna be perfect for autumn time, so I'm kind of saving it for then. Decided to go with these 2. So we have The Cat Saw Murder by Dolores Hitchens. The reason why I'm interested in it is one, because of Leandra. Leandra has spoken about wanting to read this one. Also, this one is a prototypical early cat mystery written before the subgenre became a staple of cozy mystery fiction. And that just sounds absolutely amazing. It says Dolores Hitchens was a prolific mystery author who wrote under several pen names recognized today as a pioneer of what would become to be known as the domestic suspense. So I think this is going to be really good, and also I do enjoy reading books that have inspired other books, or in this case other genres and things, like a subgenre. I find it fascinating. It's why I do enjoy reading classic books, because as much as I don't read them loads and loads, or at least not as much as I used to, I do really enjoy reading them to see the inspirations that have been taken from those books that continue to inspire authors today. Absolutely love it. So this is a reason why I want to read this book. I think it's going to be one, I think if I like this author I can pick up more, but also I think it will be fascinating to read one of the early cozy mystery authors. You'll see how much of that is still applicable in today's cozy mysteries. I'm just really intrigued by it. And then we do have another cozy mystery that I think will be really nice to read towards the end of summer, transitioning into autumn, and that is The Tale of Hilltop Farm. So this is based on the author Beatrix Potter, who wrote lots of little children's stories. So this is the first in a series, and we have Beatrix Potter, who is the author of Peter Rabbit, is ready to help solve local mysteries, and with her entourage of animal friends, she sets out to win over the human hearts of Sorry. So we're set in England 1905. We have a female Londoner who bought a farm. Now this isn't really expected, especially in this rural place. They've never heard of an unwed woman buying and running a farm. Some meet her with genuine warmth and others keep her at arm's length. Beatrix is recovering from the death of her fiance, believes that she can heal in the countryside, a quiet place to work on her children's stories, but when a villager dies unexpectedly with allegations of foul play, it turns out that the countryside is anything but quiet, and I'm really intrigued. Like, this one was actually recommended to me. I just feel like this will be really nice to read, and I haven't had the best time of cozy mystery lately. In the month of June, why do I keep saying June? July? In the month of July, I have read 2 cozy mysteries and actually DNF'd them both, so I would love to really get back into cozy mysteries, get back into finding the joy that I have for them, and so hopefully one of these 2 books will do that. So do let me know in the comments below which one you think I should be reading for the month, and I will definitely be getting around to it. But yeah, I'm excited for both of these, and I just think end of summer going into autumn, like, it's the perfect time to start getting back into cozy books. So fingers crossed this will do that. That was roll number 2. Let's continue on. Choosing another prompt to replace. Oh, okay, that one almost fell, so we're gonna go with this one. And now let's roll again. Orange again. Okay, we have our first additional roll of the month. We have a chaos pick, the colour wheel, and now we need to do another roll. So replacing that one, we're gonna go just here, I think. And yeah, first additional roll. Honestly, wasn't expecting it this early, but blue, and we have a ghost casualty and a bright cover. Right, let's see what we can do. We have our first additional roll for the month, a colour wheel, and then also a bright cover. I think I'm going to be smart and do the colour wheel first, because I feel like that's going to be the one that's going to take the longest, and then a bright cover we can see. So I need to get up a colour wheel spinner. I've added in one colour to this colour wheel, which is black, just to help myself out, because I know that I have a couple of darker coloured books that I need to read for the month. But alright, okay, it's up, it's ready. Let's do this. Honestly, I don't know why I do this to myself with having extra random ones, but okay. Light blue. Well, that doesn't go with anything I need to read. I will double check just in case, but do I even have any light blue? So this is why I just shouldn't use a generic colour wheel. I should actually use one that matches the books that I have. Oh god, you know what would work perfectly for light blue? I think it's the only one I own as well. This one. What? Okay, it's fine. We're gonna find a different way. Wait, I might have one. Wait, hold that thought. Hold that thought. Yes! Oh my god, yes! Yes, yes, yes. Oh my god. Yes, okay, the reason why I forgot is because this is hidden behind the first book, because I love these covers so much I wanted them to be face out. Light blue. Yes. Okay, yeah, we're gonna go for this. I'm not even gonna look for anything else. This is Paladin's Hope by T. Kingfisher, the 3rd book in the Saint of Seal series, or it is the 6th book in the Temple of the White Rat series, depending on how you'll want to read it. So excited. I read the 2nd one in July, absolutely loved it. Paladin's Strength was great, but I think this may finally be that 5-star I'm looking for from T. Kingfisher. I'm so excited. I'm so excited for this book. So yeah, I cannot wait. I've not even said what it's about. So this one, the Saints of Steel series, we start off with Paladin's Grace, and it's a series that is a fantasy romance, but there's a little bit of mystery and stuff going on. So in this one, it's a little bit heavier on the mystery. We have these beheadings that are going on. In the 2nd book, it's more of like a traveling story. We have a nun and a paladin, and they're working together to rescue some nuns, as well as kind of like finish off the mystery plot line. I'm not sure if the mystery plot line from the 1st book is actually done, or if we are going to expand upon it a bit more. But in this one, we're following Piper, who is a I'm gonna butcher this pronunciation, Lich Doctor? L-I-C-H? I'm not sure. A physician who works among the dead, determining causes of death for the city guard's investigations. It's peaceful if solitary profession. Until one day when he's called to the river to examine the latest in a series of mysterious bodies mangled by some unknown force. Galen is a paladin of a dead god. Lost to holiness and no longer entirely sane, he has long since given up any hope of love. But when the 2 men and a brave gnoll, I love that brave gnoll with my whole freaking chest, that Noel is the best character I have ever read. Like, he is my favourite. Moving on. Drawn into the maze of the mysterious killer, it's Galen's job to protect Piper from the traps that await them. I'm so excited. Fantasy, romance, mystery. The romance is always a little bit funny. There's always T. Kingfisher's signature humour. Light blue. Very good. Very happy with that one. And then of course we have a bright cover. Now this is something that might take a moment because again, this would have worked perfectly for a bright cover, and I don't think any of the books I need to read for the month work as a bright cover. Let me have a quick look. I know one of them that I want to read. I mean, I don't technically have to read this one in August, but I would like to, and that's Frankenstein's Monster, but I don't think this one can be counted as bright. I mean, it's shiny, but this is a ARC, so an advanced reader's copy. This book is coming out 2nd of September, so I really want to be reading it in August. And this is a book I was thinking about reading for Jan's full Moon Readathon as well. So I would like to get this one on the TBR. I also have 2 reads that I'm doing on Discord. One of them is the Discord book club pick for the month, which is The Enchanted Greenhouse by Sarah Beth Durst. This is waiting for me to collect at my local bookshop, but it's pouring with rain outside, so I didn't go get it before filming. Now, technically, I feel like this is quite a nice pastel cover, so I don't know technically would it work for bright. I feel like I could tweak it maybe. I'll have to have another check at that cover. And then we also have Angel of Crows by Catherine Addison. A few of us are doing a buddy read for this book in the month of August. We're going to be reading a few chapters per week, which I'm really excited about. This is a book that I've been really looking forward to reading, so I have that going on potentially. So the 6th one is a possibility. I'm not sure. I need to double check with Danny. We're going to potentially be continuing on with Bitter Twins by Jen Williams. We may be buddy reading this one in August. I'm not sure if she wants to wait till September, whether we do it every other month. I don't know. I guess we'll find out how this is going to work. But then I do have a couple of random books which I don't know what they're going to be yet for Shop My Shelves episode 3. I do want those to be focused on continuing series. Yeah, okay, well, I didn't realise I had quite that many light blue books, but I don't know if this one's going on, so I haven't added it yet. Honestly, you should have double checked before I started filming this, but never mind. I don't know. I mean, could be really nice to myself and just double up on a prompt. I haven't done that in ages. Do I just do that? I think I will. I think I'm just going to let myself double up and have Death of the Bookseller for new to me author and also a book with a bright cover. Otherwise I'll just be adding more and more to this, which I don't think I'm going to get around to. The book I probably would have chosen, let me grab it, is Bright Young Women by Jessica Knoll. This is a book I've been meaning to read for a while and it does have a really bright cover, but I don't want to add it to the TBR with a high chance I may not get to it. I'm going to allow myself to double up on a prompt this time. If for whatever, yeah, no, this one, it's not even a possibility to be read for Shop My Shelves either. So I need to think about the videos that I'm filming and things. If I can get to it, amazing. But for now, I think I'll do this as a potential double up for this one. The hope that potentially I'll have time to read this in the month. Bright Young Women is based on a serial killer. I always forget his name. He was told by the judge that it's such a shame because he was such a bright young man. And it's like, you know, the women that were awful. Okay, it was awful. We actually get to see this from the women's perspective. The man, never named. The story is not about him. It's not about the serial killer. It is about the women. And I really like that. I think that is fantastic. So I'm really intrigued. I've heard really good things. However, I have heard it is quite unsettling. I'm a little bit hesitant to go into it because I am a bit of a scaredy cat, but I think it's going to be really good. So this is one that I do really want to read. And I do expect is going to be a really hard hitting, but also just really good book. So I think I'm going to love it. For ease of knowing how much I'm probably going to read for the month, I will stick to allow myself to double up on a prompt, which I haven't done in ages. This is going to be another case of the TBR getting out of hand, isn't it? I do it to myself. Changing the prompt out. Honestly, at this point, I don't even know what I want. I just want something, actually, dark cover. That would be really good if I could get dark cover, because that would work with some of the books I need to reid. That one fell out, so we'll go for this one. You know, just a nice prompt. I can honestly deal with probably any of these ones would be good. Maybe not continue a series. I don't know. Anyway, let's just roll. Yellow, dark, yes! Yes, okay. Dark cover, happy with that one. Let's get to it. You know what, sometimes, oh god, this angle's choice. But sometimes the game listens to me and we got dark cover, and thank you for that. because I am going to put it for Angel of Crows by Catherine Addison. Very excited about this one. Like I say, it is a buddy read we're doing on Discord. A few of us are taking part and I really can't wait. Again, this book is waiting for me at my local bookshop, but again, the rain is not happening. I will pick it up later in the week, but I'm so excited to read this one. I think it's going to be fantastic. Catherine Addison, like, I think this is the book that's going to decide for me whether Catherine Addison is a favourite author or not, because I've really enjoyed their other work. I've read both The Goblin Emperor and The Witness for the Dead. These are part of the same world. This one is like a standalone, this one is a companion series to it, and I've really enjoyed both of these books. I find them really comforting and cozy fantasy, so I'm really intrigued to see whether I also really enjoy Angel of Crows. It's not one I've heard people talking about, but it is one that I'm really hoping that I enjoy, and if I do, then yes, Catherine Addison gets promoted to a favourite author of mine. The reason why they're not yet is because I've only read books set in that same world, so it could just be I just really love this series and this world that they've created and not necessarily everything they wrote. I have high hopes. I think I mean, to be fair, I enjoy the writing style, so if the writing style is the same with that cozy comfortingness, I think I'm really gonna like this. I think this one's a bit of a mystery. We've got an angel and stuff. Let me actually get the synopsis off, because I've only read it once, and even then I skimmed it because I don't tend to actually read synopsis of books, but I will try and give you a bit more detail into it. The Angel of the Crows, I always keep forgetting the of the, but let's see what it says. So it says, we're in London 1888, angels inhabit every public building and vampires and werewolves walk the streets with human beings in a well-regulated truce. A utopia. Except for one thing, angels can fall, and that fall is a nuclear bomb in both the physical and metaphysical world. Dr. J. Doyle returns to London having been wounded in Afghanistan by a fallen and finds himself lodging in Baker Street, I love this, with the enigmatic Angel Crow. But living with a rogue angel is not so easy. The pair find themselves drawn into the supernatural criminal worlds of London, from a man kidnapped by a vampire nest to Jack the Ripper's horrific murders. Oh my God, this is so good. Hello, okay, I'm sorry. Jack the Ripper, check, love that. Vampires and werewolves, check, love that. Angels, I can give or take those. But the author, we're having basically what it, to me, I mean this could just be me, but we have Sir Arthur Conan Doyle, we have a character named Doyle, and they're living at Baker Street. I'm just, Catherine Addison doing work. I am excited. I'm even more excited. I think this is going to be fantastic. Oh yeah, this book has just like, if you give me a book and you just want a recipe of something that's going to work, this is the sort of thing that works. Okay, I love this sort of thing where we're inspired by different things that are just, I'm not even making sense. But this is going to be amazing. So yeah, so we've got that book. I'm going to read that for dark cover. So let's go to the final roll. Roll number 4 went so well, so come on, let's finish this on a bang. Let's go. We can do this. We're gonna have a really good roll number 5. It's gonna be amazing. I'm feeling this one. Ooh, imagine if we got that. That would be perfect. Anything. But okay, roll number 5. Come on, come on. Be amazing. You can do this. Okay, so yes, anything, perfect, but now we have to do an additional roll. We got 50%. So okay, so yes. So the first one is anything for roll number 5, and now we must replace and roll again. Oh, okay, well it just flipped on me. I'm just gonna do this one. Okay, all right, the very last roll for August is a pink. Oh, I just knocked over another ghost. Foil on the cover. Another 2. Let's see what we can do. Well, roll number 5 didn't exactly go to plan, but we do have anything and then foil on the cover. I was thinking about foil on the cover because anything is the easiest one. And I have 2 books that I still need to read. I was thinking about The Enchanted Greenhouse, but based on this copy of The Spell Shop, I don't think it's going to have any foiling on The Enchanted Greenhouse. So I think I'm going to use anything for The Enchanted Greenhouse by Sarah Beth Durst. Very excited. This is the Discord book club pick for the month. I can't wait to read it. I think it's going to be absolutely lovely. I adored The Spell Shop and just the coziness of it all. So I'm expecting the same things from The Enchanted Greenhouse. So hopefully that works. So we'll do, actually, let me put that in place for the pile of books. And then I was thinking about the foil, so it didn't work for that one, but I do have one other new release which I am planning to read and pick up in the month of August, which is T. Kingfisher's new book. Let me get up the right title. So we've got Hemlock and Silver by T. Kingfisher. Generally speaking, T. Kingfisher, so I'm planning to get it in hardback. A lot of T. Kingfisher's hardbacks tend to have like small little bits of foiling. So like there is tiny little bits of foil. I don't know if it's going to pick it up, but like there is, you can kind of see it there where it's small little bits of foiling. And generally speaking, there's always something under the dust jacket that's foiled for T. Kingfisher books. So I'm going to put Hemlock and Silver for this one, and hopefully it's got foiling on the cover. If it doesn't, then I'll have to change again, but I've got to read this one. The idea for the new releases vlog that's coming out in September, but I read the books in August, the T. Kingfisher book, but also the Frankenstein's Monster book by J.S. Barnes. So that's the plan for that video. Hopefully it works right. T. Kingfisher one, a Snow White retelling, and I don't want to know anything about this book, to be quite honest, so I do apologize. I'm not giving you a synopsis, but T. Kingfisher is a favorite author. I will read everything they put out. I adore all of their work. They've never got less than a 3.5 from me. Still looking for that 5-star, but they are one of my favorite authors. Like, I just love everything and I love their range. I love the fantasy romance stuff. I love the retellings. I love the more gothic horror stuff. Like, I just enjoy their work and I love how varied they are, and they are so prolific. They come out with so many books. I've read 10 T. Kingfisher books and I still feel like that's not enough books to then give you a T. Kingfisher video. They're always coming out with something else. So I'm like, oh, where would you start with T. Kingfisher? And I'm like, but they're coming out with 3 other books. So how can I say, oh, this is where to start, knowing that's probably going to change in like 6 months time? I don't know, but I really do want to do a video on T. Kingfisher books because I love them. I love them so much. I am like their advocate for T. Kingfisher. Like, I would happily have a banner up. Yeah, I adore T. Kingfisher, so I'm going to be reading this one anyway. And then Frankenstein's Monster by J.S. Barnes, I requested from Titan Books. I was so excited when I have read J.S. Barnes' other books, the retellings, I should say. So J.S. Barnes is an author that's done 2 previous books based on Gothic classics, and they do it as almost a continuation of the Gothic classics. So we had Dracula's Child, which is a continuation of Dracula. We've had Dr. Moreau's City, which was a continuation of Dr. Moreau's Island. And then we have the Frankenstein one. So I knew I was definitely going to be picking it up. I will say J.S. Barnes doesn't always land the ending for me. Do enjoy their concept. I enjoy how they continue on with those stories. So I think this is going to be great. So this is the one book I haven't been able to fit onto TBR game because, again, this is not foiled in any way, but I am expecting to really like this book. The full Moon Readathon, if I read Frankenstein's Monster for it, that's probably going to be in the new releases video. So it might be what happened with Summerween, where Summerween got put into the new releases video just because I didn't get around to doing it all in that time frame. So I think the same thing's going to happen for Jan's Readathon. This one is fulfilling another character card. Let me get it up. The Goblin for Jan's Readathon. An ugly cover but an intriguing premise. Honestly, I don't like this cover. I think there's so much more you could do with it. I know this is not the finished copy anyway, but I just think it's fine. It's not great. There are better covers out there, but intriguing premise because obviously I love a good Gothic retelling. I love it so much. So yes, very intrigued by this one. And then the second prompt for the Goblin is Trickster will probably have a plot twist, which yes, I think it will because it's J.S. Barnes. It's happened in the other 2 books, so I'm expecting it to kind of happen in there. It may not be a big plot twist, but I think it will happen. And then the last prompt for the Goblin is a House Goblin, check one thing off your to-do list, which I love a to-do list, so that works perfectly. The new releases may incorporate the full Moon Readathon. We'll see. I may change my mind and read something else. The other videos I am planning to do, obviously we have the Relaxing Readathon. The book I wanted to read for that is on the TBR, which is great. I am planning to do episode 3 of Shop My Shelves. I want that one to be a spinner wheel for all of the book series that I'm in the middle of. So we're going to see how that goes, which is definitely going to be at least 2 books that's adding to everything I've got here. But okay, that was a really weird ramble. So let's just go through all the books I'm going to be reading in the month of August. For foil on the cover, I have gone with Hemlock and Silver by T. Kingfisher. Fingers crossed it has that foiling. For anything, I am going with the second book, The Enchanted Greenhouse, but we're just for the sake of having a book in the stack, we're going to put this on here. This is the Discord book club pick. Very excited. For a bright cover and also a new to me author, we're going with Death of a Bookseller, which is meant to be a thriller, hoping it's going to be a fun one. For a light blue cover, we're going with Paladin's Hope, the 3rd book in the Saints of Steel series, and I am so excited. Honestly, 2 Kingfisher books in 1 month. I'm going to have an amazing reader month just for that alone. And then we have the mystery book, which you have to decide between. You can either go with a cozy tale that is revolving around Beatrix Potter, the author of Peter Rabbit, or we can go with what is arguably the first cozy mystery book with cats in. Honestly, it sounds great. And then of course we have a dark cover, which is Angel of the Crows. Very excited for this book. Honestly, that synopsis, I'm so excited about it. And then we have the Patreon TBR jar pick, which is Shadow of the Wind. So that's added to this. We may possibly have a buddy read with Danny for the Bitter Twins. Am I biting off more than I can chew by doing all this? Yes. And then also hoping to read Frankenstein's Monster by J.S. Barnes. So this is the kind of ridiculous pile. Whether I will get to it all, I honestly couldn't tell you. But do feel free to let me know if you've read any of these, if you're interested in any of them. Again, some of the books that you're planning to read in August, and don't forget to vote between the 2 cozy mystery books for me. But that is everything. But I'm gonna go, so thank you so freaking much for watching. I truly, truly appreciate it. If you've made it this far, what do we put? I'm excited for Angel of Crows a lot after reading that synopsis, so let's put a crow in the comments below if you've made it this far and just have nothing to comment. Thank you so much for taking the time to watch these videos, for listening to me ramble, for showing me so much support. I truly appreciate it. An extra special thank you goes out to all of my Patreons. The support over there is unbelievable and I truly, truly appreciate it. So thank you so much. But if you have enjoyed this video, then please do consider giving that thumbs up, subscribing and commenting. Those 3 things really help this channel out. My social media links, anyone I've mentioned, Discord, Patreon, everything is always linked below for you. And I will of course catch you in the very next video.